All right, everyone, we are back. Let's take a look at these standings here. Dull try the beef all alone in first place here with 15 points, 4 points up on the next team. Fetch Me a Drink and Polar Bears tied at 11 points here, second and third respectively, with Dan having the tiebreaker, being more wins. Patches alone in fourth place with 10 points, 5 and 3 record. Then the clusterfuck starts. Five, six, seven, eight, all at 8 points. With Derek, Kyle, Nick, and Travis. Two of them with a 4 and 4 record, two of them with a 3, 3 and 2 record. We go next here is 7 points. We got Tage, Captain Crunch, House of Kirill, and the farm team, all at 7 points. Three of them with a 3, 4 and 1 record, and one with a 2, 3 and 3 record. And then 13th, 14th, and 15th, all at 6 points, all with a 3 and 5 record, is Braden, myself, and you. Not in that order. And then the Hughes Your Daddy, rounding up the bottom here with a 1, 6 and 1 record and 3 points. As we discussed earlier, right, between 15th and 5th, there's literally 2 points. That is
Yeah,
pretty ridiculous 8 weeks in.
yeah, and it can get tighter.
It can get tighter.
Uh, yeah, that's the hope, right? It's been fun coming down to the wire for playoffs. It sucks for those teams that end up ninth to 12th, who maybe didn't sell and could have. Uh, but no, our team, like I actually don't mind my team. Obviously, I sold off a fair amount of pieces, so you can only can like it so much at that point. Um, have the Travis injury bye week this week. I hope, knock on wood, to climb back up. But yeah, it's tight. It's going to be hard to climb back in when you have six teams fighting above you too.
I
Um,
stand by the
so
policy that if you are fighting for a playoff spot, you should not be selling. Like, I stand by that. You pay so much
and
money to get into this league.
Casey's fighting for a playoff spot.
The thing
Still
is,
early for him too.
if you have a shot at the money, why aren't you trying? You know what I mean? That's my philosophy. So until I'm mathematically like it makes no sense, then I'm gonna keep trying myself. But if
Yeah,
why are you playing if you're not trying to get in the playoffs and win? You know?
yeah. Oh, you know what I'm going to start next week? I'm going to start a selling report. See what is the line to make playoffs and who's going to start selling. Take a look at people's draft picks, and because just I know the viewers want to hear who's on the market, see who's out there, and see who can coach and poach into selling
I think a
to kind
lot
of
of
make.
a lot of players would be available if people want to overpay,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Like
I got lots of picks if someone's willing to move a goalie. Lots of picks.
the thing is, it's so willing to move a goalie worth those picks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Slim pickings. Slim pickings. All right. Moving on to trades, and there's nothing to talk about this week except for one. Um, really, we had your Dougie Hamilton pickup last week.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Um, Add drop, add drop, add drop, add drop. So we just have the one here, which is sorry, Kyle trading for Frederick Anderson in the 14th pick, going to Derek for Tyler Toffoli in the eighth rounder. I think part of the push for this trade was to get a third start for the week, um, but who knows? Um, I think it's a pretty fair price for a guy who you're not going to know what he's getting in nets, right? Um, well, you kind of talked about the Carolina crease earlier with even Busey getting a shutout for them. But you're only paying an eight, so it's not a whole lot to give up. I think it's good for him. Well, he has Demko hurt right now, so he's not getting all good starts in Vancouver. What do you got to say about this one?
There's some upside to it because Anderson, They obviously love Anderson there because they keep bringing him back on 1 year deals, even though they have Kochetkov lined up. But they keep bringing him back in. They're not dropping any of those three goalies down to the minors, so they're running the three goalie system typically when everyone's healthy. But that's the issue is Kochetkov and Anderson can't stay healthy.
Nope,
Um,
that's
and
nothing new.
an
But
eighth, it's tough to say whether an eighth is good because it depends on what Anderson we're getting, right? There's some upside to it. I don't think it's an overpay by a lot if it is based on what he's starting, but it's tough right now with Boosie playing so well. Will he get the starts? But Anderson can be a steal at an eighth should he play how he's historically played, right? So
yeah,
um, I'm kind of
and
neutral on this trade.
and that's from Kyle's perspective. From Derek's side, I think having Vladar getting majority of the starts right now, Swayman, um, and then
Allmark,
Allmark, like
he's expendable
he,
on
he
Derek's
he's
roster.
expendable, right? So I think it's good for him to open up a spot there.
Definitely a good pick up
Yeah,
for Derek. Good value. An eighth for a guy that is just crowding his roster, take up a spot that he doesn't need. So I like that return for Derek. For Kyle, it's up in the air. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I just
not too risky.
it's not too risky.
No,
Um, as long as Anderson stays healthy and starts getting a little more of the share, it could be a steal. But it's tough to say right now. Busey's playing so well. Kochetkov getting hurt helps because now it's
yeah,
down to two goalies instead of three. So that could increase his ice time. So
and you'll get good starts out of Carolina, right? So
yeah, almost always, almost the thing is with
yeah,
Carolina, no matter
really
who
good
they're
or really
playing
bad.
against, they just they don't let a lot of shots. So once
Yeah,
you let
just their
two or three
system.
goals, your stats go down.
Yeah, that's true.
I've had
Yeah,
Anderson quite a bit over the years, and he gets these 23 shot games and he lets in three goals, and you're like, shit. He'll get you the win, but the stats will take a dip because of the volume.
yeah.
Let's get into some predictions here. This year, historically, we have not been good, so let's see what happens this week. Let's start off with Sauce Pass, 3-5 in 14th. Taking on the injury-plagued TVT is getting upset, 3-2 in 8th. Who do you got?
Got saucy pass. It's gonna be an easy win this week. It's my prediction.
That's it, nothing else to add?
No, I don't want to beat him when he's down. He's already upset.
He's getting upset for sure.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I've just offered a trade. I'll take a look at that after. uh,
Was it me?
I will also go with Sauce Pass. Only because of the injuries. Otherwise, I think it'd be a very interesting matchup that it could still go either way because of how both teams are performing, right? They're performing at the same level, but the injuries put him at a disadvantage. And I think because of that, maybe if Dostal wasn't injured, it'd be different. If he had both
Yeah.
his young star goalies going, but one of them is injured, and the rest of his goaltending is unreliable aside from um,
Askarov.
Askarov. So I'm going to give you the advantage this week, and that's not even me hating on Travis's team because I actually like what he's been doing for the most part, right? So
Hard to not look at it, eh?
it's hard because there's still more coming. I don't know if it's because he just canceled. Yeah, he just canceled the trade offer.
You missed it on a good shot.
No, I
One
don't know.
shot.
Who
One
knows?
opportunity.
It's only good if it works for both teams.
No, I disagree. It can work when it's just good for
Well, it can, but
me. All right.
Team Ramrod 3-5 in 15th, taking on Patches O'Hooligan 5-3 in fourth. Who do you got?
Yeah, Patches. He's gonna cruise and put you to six straight loss here. Unless you can make some big deals over there and really bolster your team up.
I don't know about Cruz, but all I need is my goaltending to show up for a week. My goaltending showed up for the first 3 weeks of the season. I went 3-0.
Yeah. The one week you destroyed in goalie stats and got beat though.
Oh, I just got offered another trade.
All right, you better look before they cancel it.
Nah, I'll wait. But I'm gonna go with Team Ramrod. My team has not been performing, but it's got to get better. My team's not bad. It's just
Yeah, some pieces. Yeah,
you're underperforming, and when you get McDavid getting you 2 points a week, well, and Matthews with the 2 points a week, there's
he's missing Marner.
no. I don't think that's it at all. I think they're just bad team this year. Like they're not playing. They're not playing the same way. Marner's not doing anything spectacular over there yet either, right? So,
Oh,
um,
he hasn't been terrible, but it takes away the depth that who can play with who, right? It's a big chip to replace.
well, the thing is, Nylander's always been Matthews' line mate. Marner's been
Yeah,
with Tavares, so why are you even changing that? But he's playing with Nyes, and Nyes is playing well too. It's just they're just not scoring as much as they used to, and now who knows what that is? But Matthews did just get back from injury, so who knows? Maybe he'll
yep.
pick it up. But I'm still gonna go with Team Ramrod, as I always do.
I heard the beep beep over there. There's no email saying to approve a trade yet, though. So
Um,
this is
Jagerbomb.
live. This is trade deadline live, boys.
You want me to take a look at it? I will. Will you
Let's see.
bring up your predictions here for
All
Jagerbomb's
right,
3-5 and 13th, taking on Forgot About Dre, who's 3-2 and 7th.
Dre with two league top tier weeks in a row. There's no indication he'll slow down. Gonna give my vote to him.
You went with who? Sorry, I got
I went with
distracted.
Dre.
Dre.
I noticed. It's all right. It's all right. I let you. Gave
I
you
will
the free
also.
pass.
I will also go with Dre. His team's starting to heat up. I think he's going to beat Braden. His goaltending is getting. He's getting more opportunity with Blackwood. Um, so he got
Yeah,
two
be
games
back.
last
Hart's
week.
coming. Hart's now gonna start
Yeah,
playing for him.
some reinforcements. So I think he'll start picking up more wins. Don't
All
try
right.
the beef.
The
Match of the
match of
week
the week.
for sure. Don't try the beef. 7-0 and 1 in first, taking on the Polar Bears. 4-1 and 3 in third. Who do you got here?
Con really struggling here, going through the gauntlet. Dan number two, and then now Daltrey number one. Um, I don't see a reason Daltrey's going to slow down. Um, Sean's goalies really performed last week. Um, let's see if Minnesota's goalies can outperform him this week.
Who'd you pick, sorry? Sean?
Daltrey,
Daltrey. I'm actually going to pick Sean because I want to see Daltrey lose, but I also think Sean's goaltending has been on par, if not better than Daltrey's for the most part. And that's
yeah,
not a knock on Daltrey. Daltrey's goaltending has been phenomenal,
probably
but
top two in league right there. Then
Sean's
two and Nick.
goaltending has been superb as well. And I think it could be time for Daltrey to take his first loss. So I'm gonna give Sean some love here, which I rarely do because fuck that guy. But
Well, you do enough because I've heard that line a few times this year.
well, when he's winning, it's hard to go against him, even though I don't like the
Yeah,
guy. You know.
I don't know. He's winning as much as he's not
Oh, he's tying a lot. He's not
winning.
walking away without a point,
Yeah. Oh
typically.
yeah. Sorry, we're gonna stop this recording for a live advertisement for the Polar Bears tie shop. Uh, buy two ties, get a third tie free. Brings you into third place.
So I'm going with Sean. Um, Shifley Tower 4-4 in fifth, taking on Shane's farm team 2-3 and 3 in 12th. Who do you got here?
Yeah, I think Derek's team should be able to get through this with a win. Just think he has the better, healthier goalies right now. And I don't think we've
Hankinen's
been hurts
healthy now
enough.
though, so he will get those Vancouver
Yeah,
starts again.
Yeah, but I still think Derek should get more starts and quality starts. Um, I think Bedard just can't pull him over the edge player wise to get the win
Bedard
for the
has
week.
4 games this week.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
It could
see.
be 20-point week. Like,
Hey, good for him.
just to continue the path here of like some of us, one of us has to have a good record this week. I'm going to go with the farm team and go the opposite of you, and hopefully one of us walks away with a good prediction week. Because I think either of these teams could walk away with it, so there's not big of a difference. I'll put a little more faith in the farm system here, and hopefully one of us walks away with a good prediction week. There's only two that we went out on the same so far out of the five.
Yep.
Tage against the machine, 3-4-1 in ninth, taking on Fetch Me a Drink, 5-2-1 in second. Who do you got here?
Give some respect to Dan, his record. I know he's gonna easily take hits and pims over Mark's team. They're just built differently. Um, and then goalie wise, it's a toss up. But I think Dan should win this week.
I'm also going with Dan. Um, it didn't help that Cooley is hurt, so that's a lot of offense taken off of Mark's team. But I like Mark's team. There's not really any teams that I hate this year. So, because how can you hate them when they're all in the same standing? There's no team that's really bad right now. So, none of this is personal. I just think Dan will walk away with the win this week. House of Kirill, 3-4-1 in 11th, taking on Captain Crunch here, 3-4-1 in 10th. Who do you got here?
Uh, it's identical records, eh?
Yeah,
I think player
very.
wise, um, probably similar in stats in my opinion, but I think I have to give the goalies to Neil, and I think that will be the difference for the week.
It's tough to say with Domo because, like, he'll wheel and deal all week, except last week, but
He's been quieter.
it's been quieter. But I will give the advantage to Neil, just based on the star power on his team alone. Um, yeah, I just think he has more top tier stars, and if they play how they should, he should win. Team Rocket, 4-4-0 in sixth place, taking on Who's Your Daddy, 1-6-1 in 16th. Who do you have here?
Got ooh, got to give it to Team Rocket. Uh, Casey, hit a good team last week in Daltrey, but he was starting to kind of pull back from the bottom. But I think Team Rocket should be able to get a win here.
I'm also going to go with Team Rocket. I think it's an interesting matchup for Casey because he's very devil heavy. So if the Devils are scoring all these goals, he's going to get all these points. But it's also an advantage for Kyle, who has the Devils duo. So he'll get those wins. It's double edged, and it takes
Yep.
advantage of Casey's weakness in goaltending, where he's getting the advantage. If Jersey's outscoring these guys, then they should be having a good defensive game probably and getting some wins and some good goalie stats. So
We'll have to see.
yeah, I think Kyle's team is a little better. I don't think Casey's team is bad, but there's just missing something, some consistency that will get him back into contention here. Again, he's only 5 points out of a playoff spot, so not the end of the world. Only 8 weeks in.
Yep.
No time to panic, Casey. No time to panic.
No, not at all. Tons of time to sell. We'll get to that next week.
Well, that's all I got. You got anything you want to add?
No, thanks for TVT bye week, Travis. Appreciate it.
It'd be an interesting week. I think a lot of interesting matchups. There's going to be a lot of interesting matchups when everyone's so close in the standings because you're almost always playing someone you're fighting for a spot with. Um, I'd like to see this continue up to week 16 and then maybe start to see some real distance. But that's probably wishful thinking. I think eventually some teams are gonna start dropping out. Hopefully, I'm not one of them.
We'll see. Time will tell.
I know everyone's loving Team Ramrod near the bottom. But once I'm healthy, I should probably be more near the middle of the pack. And I imagine I'll be near the middle of the pack by season end, probably in that seventh or eighth spot. That's what I'm saying. So I will
Well,
gladly take on Daltrey in the first round of the playoffs.
David versus Goliath.
Yeah, don't underestimate Team Ramrod. Anyway, boys, thanks for watching. Have a good week. Except for who am I playing? Oh yeah, Patches. Go fuck yourself.
See ya.